Alright, in this video, I'm going to be replacing the tensioner pulley on this 2013 Mazda 3. It's Sky Active, it has AC, and I'm going to be using a Gates pulley, and it looks like this. There are two bolt holes for it. The hole up top goes through a stud that's on the car, so it's just a nut that holds it in, and the lower one is a bolt. There's the detensioner knuckle, and that is a 17 mil. And for this is a Gates 39390, and surprisingly it is made in Canada, but I bought it from Rock Auto from the States. Now I'm going to do the belts as well, because I just feel that if you're going to do this work, you might as well pull the old belts even though they're not old. And I got a Gates belt, you can see the belt number there, and I got a new Stretch Fit Micro V belt. Again, you can see the number, and I got those from Rock Auto all in one box. I've already removed the wheel, and I've pulled back the tire liner. I did get this belt remover tool, but I did not use it. I do have a video just on belts, so if you're interested in a video that shows me pulling out that liner, you could go watch that one, and I'll link that in the description as well. So first thing I'll do is remove the main belt. So taking the 17 mil, generally it's easier to work from underneath the vehicle, but in this case I'm going over the top. I'm going to turn the tensioner in a counterclockwise fashion and remove the belt from the alternator pulley. Overall, a little bit difficult to film this one while I'm doing it, but this step of the process is indeed pretty easy. In fact, the whole process is overall pretty easy. And here's the old belt. Now it's only a couple years old and it's in good shape. Honestly, I didn't really need to replace it, but I'm down here, so I might as well replace it. Now I'm going to remove the bolt first, and it is tight. It's not too tight. What I do is I get the bolt moving with my ratchet, and then I'm going to go get a stubby ratcheting wrench. And I'm going to use that to remove the bolt the rest of the way because it is tight. And once you move the bolt out, if you have a ratchet on, it will hit the frame of the vehicle. Once the lower bolt is out, I'm now going to remove the nut. And you can see it right there. A little bit difficult to see, but there it is with the flashlight on it. And for this one, there's enough space that you could use the ratchet without any difficulty. So overall, it is a pretty confined space to get these bolts out, but it's not too bad. And once I got the nut sufficiently loose, I'll reach through and take the nuts off by hand. Once the nut's off, I'll just knock the pulley down and to the bottom rather than trying to pull it up, and then here it is. You can see me pulling it out the bottom. Now to put the new one in, I'm going to put the stud through the upper hole in the tensioner pulley first, and then I'm going to start tightening the bolt up by hand. You do need the bolt in when you install the pulley, otherwise you likely won't be able to get the bolt in. So insert the pulley with the bolt already in it. Now I'm going to use my stubby wrench again with the ratcheting feature to tighten the lower bolt first, and then I'm going to go up top and I'm going to put the nut on, and I'm going to tighten the nut from up top. Now for this, I do go to about 22 foot-pounds. I wasn't able to get the torque wrench onto the bolt at the bottom, but by working from the bottom, I was able to get the torque wrench on the nut at the top. So in this case, I was definitely able to get the nut down to 22 foot-pounds, but the bolt at the bottom I did have to guesstimate. That said, I was able to get a wrench onto the bolt at the bottom, and that worked out pretty well. Now I'm going to get the stretch belt off. I just use my hand for this. What I do is I grab the belt and pull it towards me, and then I slowly turn the crankshaft pulley clockwise. So I'm doing all the pulling on the bottom, and it'll slowly turn the belt off the pulley. Once it's loose, obviously, you should be able to get it off without any issue. And this one is also in pretty good shape. I always do both belts at the same time. I just see no point in just doing one belt when there are obviously two belts. Now to get the stretch fit belt onto the two pulleys, it's pretty much the reverse order. Instead of pulling out on the bottom of the belt, I'm going to push in on the bottom of the belt until it starts wrapping around the water pump pulley. And the belt will slowly work its way onto both pulleys. I didn't use any special tools to put this on or remove it. I either just pushed the belt inward or pulled the belt outward while turning the crank pulley. I do work from the bottom to get the second belt on, and the pulley I go around last is the air conditioning pulley. I found the belt was flopping around quite a bit, but for the air conditioner pulley, you can get it around the clutch and then it'll stay in place, and then you can reach up and then once again use the 17 mil to pull on the tensioner pulley, and then you get the belt the rest of the way over the AC pulley. So like I said, put it around all the pulleys and then do the AC last from the bottom. That was the easiest way to do it in my opinion. Now with the vehicle running, you can see the belt running around the tensioner pulley, no problem. You can see everything is working, and you can also see the stretch belt in there working. And obviously you shouldn't be working around the belts if the vehicle is running. Anyway, hopefully this helps somebody out. Thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.